All right, welcome back to another video. So for this video today, I 3D printed a small star plate. As you guys see on my channel, I have a metal one from Woody's that's a 3/8 inch size, but this one I just wanted to make 1/4 inch so that way I can get those used Roman candles and fill them up with the stars. Obviously this is a test, this isn't going to be perfect. I 3D printed a few. So I got a thicker plate and a smaller plate. I'm going to see which one's going to work best. This is pretty much a test star that I made earlier. It still needs to dry. It's very small. It's thin. I didn't put enough, black powder in there. This is actually a tiger tail mix. I didn't put enough in there. These tiny little stars are not something that people are going to want to use for their shells or rockets because they're just too small. They don't last long enough and they burn out pretty quickly. But if you ever fired off a Roman candle, the small ones, the little cheap magical Roman candles or whatever, you do notice that they have a little tiny red or green star that lasts probably a few seconds, and that's just due to the star being a tiny little rolled ball, kind of like the ones that you would see inside of a ball shell like I took apart the other day. Those tiny little shells have those little tiny rolled stars, and that's the color that you see coming out of the magical Roman candle. So work my way around. I can do a D1 glitter small star, red, green, change it into a crackle, and then stuff like that. So that's kind of what the point is of this. I could use my other press to bring it down to about 500, but I'm not going to do that because it's pretty cold today. So let me get this guy up here. So all I'm going to be doing is placing my plastic star plate, and it's 3D printed, but it's still pretty strong. It's not super weak to the point where it's just going to shatter, especially because of the surface area of the pins. Now if I was to just do 1 or 2 pins, yeah, it'd probably break. Using my GoPro again, I scrape off the star excess, and then all you do is wiggle this guy out and then turn it around, and then your stars kind of fall out. So these are still small stars, but the good thing is once they dry, they'll get rock solid because they have dextrin in them, and then I will be able to use these as an effect versus that tiny little star that you see in normal Roman candles. So if you've ever taken one apart, you'll see that the star looks about this size right here. It's about the size of a crackling ball, right? So very tiny little star. Sometimes they're a little bit bigger, right? But it's still pretty small. So that compared to my little 1/4 inch star, you can see the cylinder star kind of burns better. It's got more surface area, so it's nicer. Now these are obviously still wet, so they're going to take a while to dry, but once they do, they'll pretty much get real nice and solid. I can actually make them bigger than that using this other little star plate here that's much thicker, but I'm just doing this just to kind of test it out. And hope you guys liked this video. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to like the video. If you want to comment down below any ideas or anything like that, or stuff that you want to see. On my channel, I kind of like making smaller fireworks. Yes, I do have the bigger fireworks that I could be doing, such as the larger rockets or like these big shells that I have here. This was left over from the New Year's. I found it in the trash, so I'm just going to go ahead and pretty much take these apart and look into them, kind of go over what they do and how they work. That's pretty much it. So like I mentioned before, I do a lot of different projects on this channel. In there I got some 3-inch shells, 5/8 inch rockets. Up here I got my pound rockets that are 7.5 inch tubes. So I got a bunch of different projects that I work on. It's not just small little fireworks, but that's pretty much it for this video, and appreciate you all for watching. Thank you.